G'day everyone, thank you for joining me on this week's video. Today I'm going to be finishing off the battery tray. I won't do too much talking in the intro bit, so we'll jump straight on into the video. So firstly I'm going to be grinding off the weld that I did along that curved edge that butts up against the wheel arch and tub. Reason I've done this is because I don't have a shrinker or stretcher, and I also don't have a bead roller, so I couldn't form that all in one go, so I had to fabricate it and weld it all on. Obviously that means there's going to be a weld there, so I have to get rid of that first. Hello? Oh well, I'll trade you a box of rivets for a tub of metho.
Done.
Mint. Alright, I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Thanks for that, bye. Set. Out there's called a fair tray. Well, she's by no means perfect or pretty, but it'll do. So next up, I'm going to be using the hammer and dolly to just try and square that edge up a little bit and straighten out any of the dents and warpage that welding's caused. Yeah, there we go. What I'm doing is I'm trying to hit this high back out so then I can get that low and blend all that in. This bit that you see me doing now, trying to clean up that high and low spot, isn't really necessary because it all gets welded in and hidden inside a couple of pinch welds, but, you know, I like doing things properly. The old boy got me the metho. We're winning. Here you can see me, I'm just using the orbital sander to rough up the surface a little bit and make it a bit easier for that paint to stick. Next up, I'm going to be using a weld-through copper primer to spray all the areas which are going to be joined after welding, and this is basically to stop rust forming in between the pinch welds. Whoa, put her on a little bit thick there, dude. Jesus. Not good. See that? Oh, novice. Absolute novice. Right, I'm going to go sit this on the driveway in the sun. Righto, next up. Oh. Don't trip over the power cable. Next up, I'll sit you lot probably somewhere here. Yeah, I think you'll probably be able to get the idea of what I'm doing. Maybe a little bit closer for good measure. Yeah, something like that. So, kind of long story short, I don't have a die grinder. For a very good memory, there it is. So here's my poor man's die grinder. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. There we go, let that dry. And yeah, then we'll get to fitting the piece that I just made. The piece that you can see me trying to fit here, I actually had to modify a little bit more, which you'll see in the following clips, but I basically over-constrained it and in a couple too many axes, and therefore I had to take out that little piece there and had to flatten out a couple of the tabs on it to make it fit, and then obviously put everything back and bend everything back the way it should have been from the start. Just one of those little things that I overlooked during the fabrication process. Peno gap, do you reckon? Definitely a bit bigger than I would have hoped for, but you win some, you lose some. It ain't perfect and it ain't pretty, but we're gonna work with it. Onto something a little bit more engaging now. I'm just jacking up the car so that I can take off the front wheel and get access into that wheel arch so that I can weld it up. Well, they ain't the prettiest, but I can guarantee I got good pano. Alrighty, so I'm now up to the stage of painting. I've got the paint here, been shaking it for a minute. So yeah, basically, this is how she's looking. This is it pretty much done now. Pretty close anyway. Now it ain't perfect, that's for sure, but it's a lot better than what was left of what's in there. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with it. It's taken me a little bit longer than I wanted, but you know, we got there in the end. Only thing I got to do is paint it, and then I got to make like a strap to go over the top of the battery so that it won't move around anywhere. And I'll probably do that tomorrow since it's getting a little bit late now. But yeah, that's the kind of general plan. Anyway, I'll put the camera down and I'll get to painting this real quick. What I'm going to do first though is I'm going to hit it with the map gas torch just to heat it all up a little bit, because it is a little bit cold out here. Just gets rid of all the moisture in it and makes the first coat just stick a little bit nicer. Alrighty, get the painting. I tried to not put too much painting footage in here because frankly I don't find it very interesting. It's pretty boring, and yeah, everyone knows what painting's like. Been a long time since you used this thing. Oh, there goes the camera. Yeah, she's alright. She's right. That's funny as. Let's see, where were we? Something like that. You know what, you can come for the ride. See how hard this is going to be to film and paint. Proves difficult. But yeah, it's by absolutely no means perfect. It's yeah, pretty shabby if I'm being completely honest with you. But hey, nothing's perfect, and especially not on this car. And like, I figure everything's gonna get cut out at some point anyway, so I'm not really that fussed about all of this. And yeah, inside so far looks reasonable. Looks reasonable. I'm pretty happy with it overall, to be honest. I know I've said that a few times now, but yeah, not bad considering I've just got 2 hammers, an angle grinder, and a welder that doesn't even run gas through it. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna log off for the day. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, I'll see you next time.